Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indian philosopher. Opening scene, a quiet room. A man sits with an air of stillness, his voice steady, his gaze unwavering. He speaks not to impress, but to illuminate. The power of words. Words are not mere sounds, they are instruments of the mind, reflections of the soul. To speak with wisdom is not to charm but to reveal truth. And truth, when spoken without neediness, without false ornament, is irresistibly compelling. A woman, or any human being for that matter, is not drawn to excess or pretense. She is drawn to presence, to the man who speaks not to seek validation, but to express his inner harmony. To the man who has mastered himself, not for admiration, but because self-mastery is its own reward. What must be said if you seek words that no woman will resist? Understand this, it is not the words themselves but the man who speaks them that holds the power. And the man who holds power is the man who needs nothing beyond himself. So say this, not as flattery, but as an extension of your being. I see you, not for who you try to be, nor for who the world expects you to be, but for who you are beneath all that. These words carry weight only if they come from a man who sees himself first, who has stripped away illusion and stands with quiet certainty in his own being. Presence over performance. A man who lives in accordance with reason and virtue is unshaken by approval or rejection. He speaks not to persuade but to offer clarity. And in doing so, he invites rather than pursues, allowing connection to form naturally, free of desperation, free of coercion. Consider the great Stoics. Marcus Aurelius did not command love, he embodied a way of being that inspired it. Seneca did not seek to impress, he sought to understand. Epictetus, a former slave, had nothing yet held everything, for he possessed an indomitable spirit. What women truly desire. Do not concern yourself with what is pleasing to others before you have settled what is true within yourself. A woman, like any person, is drawn to strength, not the brittle strength of force, but the quiet, unyielding strength of character. The man who is at peace with himself, who carries no need to convince or manipulate, is the man whose words land with the most force. His voice is not raised, yet it is heard. His words are few, yet they echo. Final thought: if you must say something, say it with honesty, without expectation, without attachment. Speak only what is real, and speak it not to impress, but because it is what must be said. The world chases after illusions. The wise man stands still, and in doing so, he becomes the center toward which all else gravitates. That is the essence of the words no woman can resist, not because they are magical, but because they come from a man who is already whole.